How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition post-update 6.0. Today I will be playing in the FV217 Badger, a Tier 10 British tank destroyer that has monster DPM as well as a phenomenal armor profile. Typical of British tanks is to have 10 degrees of gun depression. This tank also has that, but when you go hull down, the only thing that will be able to pen you is when they're firing premium at your hatches on the left and right side of your tank, or if premium tier Ds like the Jagdpanzer A100 are firing 420 millimeters of premium heat tank destroyer ammunition at you, which is very scary. I guess any tier 10 firing any tier 10 TD firing premium at you will pen you, even if you're using all your gun depression. But besides that, this tank is godly. And if you are going to go up against things like the shit barn, aka the FV217 and the FV217B183, aka the Death Star, you can negate them completely, if not at least by 50%. By using the equipment loadout that I do, and that is by putting on the spall liner. Oh, it's so funny. When you're hull down and you have a spall liner on your tank, and they hit people on average for, I'm gonna say like 600 or 800 damage. Well, I guess not so much anymore. But you can negate them even further now. Because I know they nerfed the Hesh pen and the Hesh damage by some degree. I wouldn't know, I don't play the tanks. But I know they did get nerfed recently, and not recently, but like a year ago? Yeah, sure. Around that. But, yeah. When you feel comfortable going in front of those kinds of guns with Hesh loaded, it's a good time. Like, I could go in front of two of them and not have any issue firing at both of them with my Hesh. And I will go through each and every time, because the Hesh that you have on this thing pens up to 120 millimeters of armor. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm actually looking up the tank because I don't want to lie to you. Hesh pen. Oh, sorry, 130 millimeters of armor. Whoa. So it's got a 123 millimeter gun on it at 272 average pen for the AP rounds, 480 damage for the standard penetration on both of the shells, and the premium APCR gets 320 millimeters of pen. That's kind of low for a tier 10 TD, but with the DPM, it definitely fucking makes up for it by shelling out 620 damage with the Hesh rounds. Dispersion at 100 meters is 0.30. Aim time is 1.7. And even better, it's in the tortoise line, so you'd expect it to be slow, which you could see by the gameplay that it absolutely is. But instead of going 20, this bitch goes 30. And it is phenomenal. So if you're dealing with a hull down Badger, what can you do? Nothing. You can't fucking do anything. You can spam premium at it, but unless you're tier 10 TD, good luck going through it. If you're facing one head on, and they're not using much of the gun depression, you can spam premium at them, but aim right above where their lower plate is. Like, shoot the upper plate, because if their lower plate is completely, like, concealed by an object or something, shoot their upper plate where that meets the lower plate, and it's only around 300 millimeters thick, whereas if you shoot a little bit higher, where the weird viewports are on that angled piece, that goes up to 320 pretty much instantaneously. So do that, and that will up your chances of penning it with your standard heavy or medium premium pen. Yeah, it's a goddamn bunker is what it is. Now, I got a little shit on there, was not expecting that, but it's okay. We're gonna make up for it, and we're actually gonna fucking clutch this one. So very fun indeed. I was thinking about going all the way to like C5 or 6 and just using that hold down position, but then I realized, oh, Artie would dick onto me, and I'm too slow to get there, and then I would just be isolating myself. So That's not a good idea. What I really want to do is get up to the slope to my left without dying, and then I can use that gun depression to hopefully spot the arty with my coated optics on, and that's about it. And using my DPM, I can kill them quickly with Hesh, and I can absolutely throw the hell out of the shit barn and the rest of the TDs camping at their base, because that's just what you do, isn't it? This thing was amazing to 3-mark. Was it hard? Not really. As long as you got maps that you could use your gun depression on, it wasn't terrible. But when Arty was in the game, that was always a constant problem. And if they hit you on the side, your spall liner doesn't really fucking do anything for you. But I seem to recall a game, it was in Ruinberg, which I haven't played. I don't even think it's in rotation for right now at the current meta. But, oh, that was a shitty shot. Well done, Justin. I had a tier 8 Arty, or a tier 9 British Arty, firing at me for 0 damage. I think it was a tier 8. It had to have been. To do 0 damage on me over and over again. And that was when you could put on the super heavy spall liner as well as the med kit. So not only was I not taking damage even when they were doing damage, but even taking Hesh shells from the 183 or the FV217, my crew members would stay alive. Oh, it's the fucking best. I love it so much. And this guy's not prepared to see me. I have the upper ground here. I'm going to put a free Hesh shell into him because I can auto-pen his turret with that. And then, oh, one hit Arty. That's a shame. That is a damn shame. Sorry. Sorry, Arty. Remember when you gave me a lot of trouble? This is for that. Bam. Yeah. Very unfortunate for you. And now all we have to deal with is the light tanks, and of course they're coming in from behind. I don't know what they were doing that whole time, but good on them for being useless. What do I do here? Do I chase him around for a good amount of time? Do they flank him? No. Oh, they're in a platoon. Okay. So I think they're gonna floor it. Oh, that's right. I remember. They go all the way to, like, they're making their way down the D line. Down to, like, D9, I would say. And I'm just preparing mentally. Because I can take 2 pens from them, no problem. I'm not afraid of that. They're going to have a hard time penning me, even when I'm not completely hull down. So I have no issues using my view range and just the bulk of my tank to try and get close to them. Make them fire, and then reveal their position to me, and then I can go from there. Once again, I bounce a shell, no problem there. He's probably going to be going to my right. I get in this bush so I can remain hidden, so my heavy can make their way up in case they try to just go to my left. I don't know why they would do that. That'd be really stupid, but weirder things have happened. And then it's a team destruction, so we can't win by capping out, which kind of makes me happy because I get more damage regardless of what my team does, but also it makes the shit take forever because they're light tanks, and no one on my team, including myself, can outmaneuver them in the tanks that we're in. Or even attempt to follow them, really. Because if both of them went up to the fucking lighthouse there, arguably they could just win by spamming a high explosive, but that would take a hell of a lot of time. And my spall liner would negate it anyway, so that's pretty funny. I don't know what this Manticore is doing. Is he a Manticore? Oh, got some damage on him. That's well, it was a Manticore. I was right. Hey! And what happens to their light tank? I think he's gonna pop out, but that would be foolish. I fucking love this TD. Even in the new meta, it's fine. And this isn't even my best game in this thing. Granted, this isn't anything spectacular to begin with, but my god, I love this thing. And I've gotten... What is my best game in it, actually? I want to see my best game. Nope, that's the Marks website. Let's not do that. Tanks. Can I just see my tanks? How do I just see my tanks? I don't know. Tier 10. Bam. Bam. Badger. I have Super Unicum in the Badger. What's my best damage? My average damage in the Badger is 3,300. That sounds good. And I don't even know what happened to my gameplay. I got sidetracked. What happened? But we won. I got a shit ton of freaking XP. Not XP. I don't care about XP. Damage. I got 7,000 combined damage there. Very awesome. Ace Tanker medal, not too shabby. A Radley Walters medal. That's so funny. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I have multiple games of getting 6,000 or more damage, and then my top game is like 8,000 base damage with a tiny bit of assisted. Oh, so fun, this tank. But, yep, that's the game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, that was another burp.